Ah, fake blood. Even in a game, it still looks fake, just like in the movies. Howdy guys, Sarcasm here. This is the first original Baldur's Gate. Not to be confused with Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance for consoles. This is the original, the one on the computer, with the Tales of the Sword Coast expansion, obviously. So, as you'll notice, this is not quite Diablo. I know I've been talking about Diablo for a while. I can't get it to work. I can't get Fraps to record it. So we're just kind of going straight into making a new character on Diablo, sorry, see, I'm still talking about it, on Baldur's Gate. And you got your character generation screen. You got your gender, male or female. I really don't think there's a difference. I knew a girl that looked like her. I miss her. Her name was Taryn. She was cool. But anyway, most of the faces that you see in the pictures you actually run into in the game, because most of them are NPCs. And I normally play as this guy. I kind of like him. I think he's the coolest. I know Apocalypse, he fancies this one. So yeah, but a lot of these guys, any of you who've played Baldur's Gate might recognize some of the more landmark characters. Yeah, I have noticed that if you do play as a portrait that an NPC that you run into has, it will default to this guy. I don't know why. It's happened to me 2 or 3 times in a couple of the playthroughs I've done. So I am just going to do a custom one. Haha! This is a picture of Roxas from Kingdom Hearts 2. I think it applies pretty well. This is his Organization 13 hood. I think it works. It works. On the class or the race, I usually like to play as a human myself. You have different natural abilities depending on your race. Any of you that have played Dungeons and Dragons, the original, you know, on board Dungeon Master guy drawing a map, little figurines if you're into that. I mean, this follows kind of that rule. It's just a lot more automated. You know, elves have infravision naturally. I don't really know what all the benefits are, but I usually play as human. On your class, it's just kind of whatever you want, really. I mean, thief is good, especially starting out. At least in the first area, so you can pick a lot of the locks, get a lot of items. Specialist mage. Personally, I really don't like. I don't really see a benefit of them. I think it's just as good being a regular plain old mage. If you're gonna be a mage, just be a mage. If I'm wrong, if I'm missing something on these, because I feel like, I don't know, as a mage, I feel like you can learn anything. On their specialist mage, like only necromancers can learn certain things, and invokers can learn things that necromancers can't, and so on and so forth. But I feel like a mage can learn everything. I've played as a mage before, but not too much. Druids don't really care for. Clerics are okay. Ranger and fighter. Fighter is just stupid. If you're gonna be a fighter, be a ranger. Seriously. Bard is ridiculous. I don't know why that class was even created. I personally like the Paladin. Paladin starts off with a healing spell, which as you later progress, as part of the story arc, you get healing spells no matter what class you are, because it's part of the story arc. You get it like in a dream or something. But as a Paladin, you start off with a healing spell starting out. It's pretty good starting out. As you go on later, it really kind of sucks. But you meet clerics and druids and stuff to add to your party. So, but I like playing as a Paladin. Paladins can only be lawful good. This influences your reputation, influences your I don't know what you call it, believability when you talk to other NPCs. The higher your alignment, the easier it is to talk to higher aligned people. You know, if you're lawful good, neutral, if you're in the good, you know, you can talk to like priests, and you have a little bit more influence, a little bit more sway. Same thing with evil people. If you're an evil person, you get along with evil people a little better. Evil people don't get along with good people, and vice versa. If you have evil people and good people in your party, every now and then they may fight each other. So it's just whatever you want to do. Alright, your abilities. In the board game of D&D, I mean, it's all roll the dice. That's pretty much what I'm doing here. As a paladin, the charisma is always going to be, I mean, I think it's the minimum it can go. Yeah, 17. Because paladin has to have a lot of charisma. It's just the paladin way. I focus on, as a paladin, strength. I keep rolling until I get a good roll, which 18 / the second number, which, forgive me, I haven't played the original D&D in so long, I've forgotten what all the different numbers mean. So, I mean, it's not what I'm looking for. I mean, I'm really looking for like an 18, you know, like a 90-something. So I'm going to keep rolling. Some of these rolls can take forever. Ooh, so I like this. There's like a lot of... Hold on. Let's play around here. Oh, I said no. Ugh. Excuse me. I'm just gonna keep rolling until I get something good. So I really wanted to start with Diablo, but I can't get Fraps to record it. Ooh, there we go. That's a little better. I could always start with Diablo 2. You know what? Let's go with it. Let's do it. It's all good. Alright, skills. In the first area, you get a lot of blunt weapons and a lot of daggers. I mean, you can buy weapons, obviously, but if you like to kind of hang on to your gold like I do, I'll go blunt weapons. I'll go one with the small. I guess one with a bow. I mean, you'll get a bow later. But, and then as you level up, you get a better proficiency, which then I'll start throwing it into large sword, because by then you got some good large swords, some long swords, some bastard swords, even two-handers. Get some pretty good two-handers. Missile weapons I don't really care for. It's like crossbows. I think slings are actually under that category too. Spears, worthless. Spiked weapons, worthless, I think. Yeah, worthless. Axe, it's okay. Axe is good. Axe is good. Large sword is good. Small sword is good as long as you're using something bigger than a dagger. I mean, there's like 1 or 2 daggers in the game that are actually pretty good, which you don't get till more towards the end, unless I missed one. By all means, I do not know all the secrets of this. Believe me. Blunt weapons, I mean, it's a generic hit or miss. The bow, definitely. You want a bow proficiency. Halberds are also under spear, which is okay. I mean, spears themselves kind of suck. Oh, this is your appearance. Yeah, good old 1990s graphics here. We'll go brown. Skin... Yeah, well, do we want to try to match this picture? Let's see. That's your generic look there. Guess I can go for some blue. We could do that. That's not too bad. Okay. We'll go with that. Sounds good. Okay, here's your selection of voices. I don't know if there's a way to customize these. I personally like this one.
Time for a bit of the rough and tumble. I'll lead 'em well.
I like that one. It's just pretty cool. Okay. In the story, the main character's name is Abdel. So for the sake of argument, I'm just going to name him Abdel. I don't think he's really a paladin, though. I think he's actually a ranger or a fighter. I think he's a fighter, actually. He's a fighter in the book. The book is good. If you want to pick up the books, Baldur's Gate books, probably the only books I really ever enjoyed, next to The Return, credit William Shatner. Okay, so we've got our character. Abdel, we're a male, paladin, human, lawful good. Here's our stats. Kind of mediocre, but I'm just looking for strength. Basic weapon proficiencies. Let's go.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress, kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Okie dokie. Alright. I think I gotta change my scrolling speed here. No. Is it graphics? No. Gameplay. Okay, it's all the way up. Making sure. Okay, so one thing I like to do is I like to use some of the auto pause features. Spacebar is pause, by the way. There's a button somewhere, like a clock looking thing. I think it's down here, that you can hit also to pause. But spacebar is pause. It's easiest to hit. I like to use these two auto pause features, especially enemy sided and weapon unusable, for if your weapon breaks on one of your characters or you run out of arrows. Especially because later on in the game you get like explosive arrows that I like to use, and you can carry up to 3 different types. So, you know, you don't want to be shooting regular arrows close combat and then all of a sudden you run out and switch to your explosive arrows and kill everybody, because the AI will do that. I think there's a way to customize like the AI's personality, but I don't even mess with that. I tried to mess with it once. I mean, I think you're getting into, I think it's in here. Yeah, the script. All this junk. I tried it once, but didn't work out. Dual class, we'll get to that later. Here's your inventory. In the first game, when you go into the inventory, the game is no longer paused. Alright, so I've paused the game. Go into my inventory, which you can just right-click on myself. The game is no longer paused. In the second game, they made it to where it stayed paused, I believe. I haven't played the second game in a long time. Yes, your basic weapons interface. Depending on what class you are, determines how many weapon slots you have. As a paladin, you have 3. As a fighter, you have 4. Most of your classes will have 2. Like druid and cleric, they have 2. Depending on what type of mage you are, you'll either only have 1 or you'll have 2. And if you're like a multi-class, I don't know, there's a bunch of things to it. Armor, yeah, armor. Yeah, there's a. If you hover over long enough, it'll tell you what it is. Armor, gauntlets, helmet, amulet, 2 ring slots, belt. There's your quiver, 3 types. Cape, boots, shield, which I can't wield a shield since I've got a staff. Can't wield a shield with a 2-hander, obviously. Quick items, kind of like your belt, I guess. They would go here. If you picked a paladin like I did, here's your starting skills. as I said, you get a healing spell and a couple other things through the canon of the game, through the story arc, and they will also go here. As a paladin, I've never been able to use these. It's the turn undead. I don't even know what that does. It's turn undead, but I haven't quite figured it out. I don't know. These buttons you can really ignore. I mean, it's like left click. You know, it's like an RTS. I mean, just, you know, left click on everybody.
Shall we continue?
Oh, I don't want to talk to you. If you need to learn how to play the game, I already know how to play the game, so I'm not going to talk to these people, but if you need to learn how to play the game, in the first area there are these tutors, these green robes, and they tell you, this guy tells you, you can pause the game. You see, I already told everybody that. Okay. Yeah. This is the inn. Candlekeep Inn. The little thingy at the beginning said your foster father, Gorion, gave you some gold. The gold amount is random. I've seen as high as like 200 and as low as 40. I mean, it's random. I personally don't use the gold to buy anything, so I don't really mess with it. This is your hit points. I've got full health, 10 out of 10. You'll get more as you level up. This is your armor class. In this rule set, this is an older D&D rule set. In this rule set, the lower the armor class, the better. I think now in the newer sets, it's the higher. In this one, it's the opposite. It's the lower the armor class, the better. So I have no armor. My armor class is 10. Horrible. Okay, this is the main button to get you back to the screen. This is the map. I've hardly explored any. Click on this. This is the map of the world. Major areas are actually revealed. They're just gray. There's the city, Baldur's Gate. That is a Tales of the Sword Coast area, so that'll be one of the last things we get to, since it's the expansion. This is the main road and all that good stuff. Okay, this points to what area you are in. The map is basically a grid. I mean, there is an area, you know, take this and just kind of count. There's an area there, there's an area there, an area there. There. I mean, it's a grid, so I think there's like 4 things here. Each one of these parts of the city is like a little section. Oh, that's good. You can scroll with these things, but you can just drag just as easy. Okay, journal. I've got nothing in my journal. I don't find it very helpful. I think, if I remember right, in the second game, you can actually sort your journal by quests. In this game, it's just kind of a cluster in the order you clicked on people. Inventory again. This is the character profile, which as you get more in your party, you can click on the people and just look at the basic stuff. Mage book, which is worthless to me. Pre-scroll, since I'm a paladin, is worthless to me. I don't know why I can see it. I mean, I've beat the game as a paladin, never gained any spells. Don't know what they were thinking. But like a cleric and a druid will use this. You'll have your skills here. Your known skills versus your memorized. You have a limited amount of memorized slots. You know, like you could know 15 spells, but you can only memorize 2, for example. And this goes to your game stuff. That's my version. Change graphics. You know, simple stuff. Save, load, quit. If you load, you can't load a game while you're already in one. It'll technically quit the game, so don't do that. Quit the game, same thing. Save.
You cannot save at this time.
I can't? Oh, okay. Okay, this is the save screen. Anytime you move into another area, you will, it'll create an autosave. Yeah, this is my old game, by the way. It'll create an autosave. Hitting Q on the keyboard will create a quick save, which I use frequently. Final save is created when you enter the last part of the game, so ignore that. Game save, I labeled myself. There's no such thing as a game save. I just named it that to kind of match everything. But I think the amount of saves is unlimited. You know, you save, it creates an empty slot, and all that good stuff. See if it lets me save. We will call this, I'm going to call this Roxas save. Bam. Worked just fine. You can expand this to make it bigger so you can read it if you want to. The resolution of this game is really small. I've done what's raining. I've done widescreen hacks or whatever to make the game bigger, and it does not end well. Anyway, we're gonna go in the inn.
Done and done.
More tutors. Personally, like I said before, I don't buy anything. Not this early on. I mean, you find plenty of items throughout the first area. This guy, he's a quest.
Decent folk nowadays.
Haha. This guy's from Baragos. He's just telling you he's in Candlekeep for a little bit. Left a scroll with one of the dudes walking around in the middle. Your journal's been updated, so I can go to my journal and just read. He wants me to find that guy and get his scroll. All that good stuff. Subtitles. I'm going to turn subtitles on. That way. There we go. See, you can see what they say. Alright, here's the dude.
My hotel's as clean as an elven arse.
I love it. So this is your basic dialogue. You know, someone will say something, and you have choices. Depending on what you say, depending on the conversation, can influence the outcome. Also, like I said before, your alignment influences it. Your good versus evil. Your reputation can influence it. On this conversation, it really doesn't matter. Sure, what do you have? Okay, here's the inn screen. It's pretty much the same with most inns. You can choose a room. They range in price. Depending on which room, it... I think you can hover over these. I might be wrong. Okay, but anyway. You regain more health, I believe, depending on which room you sleep in. This is the buy screen. Here's what is currently in my inventory, which you can click on your multiple characters. I have nothing. This is all the things I can buy. Just want to point out that is Tales of the Sword Coast specific. There is no scimitar in the original game. I think that was it, actually. Okay. So yeah, if you right-click on a weapon, it gives you the statistics 1d8. So when you use this weapon, it's the same principle as the board game. When you attack, you're going to roll, or the computer's going to roll a 8-sided die one time, or one 8-sided die, to determine your attack. So basically, your attack is anywhere between 1 to 8. Think of it that way. Speed factor, how fast you're going to swing the weapon. The proficiency type, one-handed or two-handed. What classes it is not usable by. Those 4 classes cannot use a lot of crap. Damage type, slashing. I don't really know where the damage type comes into play. I think it has to do with critical hits. Again, I haven't played D&D in so long. And there's so many different rule sets now. I'm outdated on my rule sets. When I was playing D&D, you could go to Hastings or whatever bookstore you go to, and there were 3 books. Okay, there was a monster guide, a dungeon master guide, and some other guide. I don't remember. It was a brown book, a blue book, and like a white book. There were 3 books. Now you go into the fantasy section and go to where the D&D books are for the board, not the fictional stories, but for the board game, and there's like 50 books of different like scenarios and different settings. Oh my god. I mean, shoot. I don't even remember the version I was on. It was like a 1 or a 2 or a 3. I don't know. I think it was the version, whatever rule set I was used to was actually the rule set, I think, before Baldur's Gate. I don't know. Anyway, you notice in here there's a weight 7 pounds. This is the weight of my character. I'm currently holding 4 pounds worth of weight, which is the staff. I can hold a maximum of 320 pounds. My strength number determines my weight. So the higher my strength stat, the more weight I can carry. So if you're a fighter, anything that's going to wield heavy armor, heavy weapons, you want to make sure you have a lot of strength, not only for the attack, but also for the weight. This is the drinking thing. If you drink, you hear some rumors. I think every once in a while it'll lead you into a quest chain, but most of the time I've never had any luck with it. If you have a thief, you can attempt to steal an item. I don't recommend it. I've gotten caught almost every time, so I'm not going to buy anything. But alright. Alright, within the map, outside or in, there are going to be things that you can select, that you can open. And you hover over them, they'll outline with a blue bit here, like this drawer, this bookshelf. Click on it. This one's locked. If I were a thief, I could attempt to pick it. I'm not a thief, but any class can actually try to force the lock with their weapon. Your strength is going to determine your forcing ability. Since I have a high strength, I'm going to be successful with a lot of these. Okay. These idiots don't tell you anything. I mean, you can talk to everybody, and every once in a while you'll get something helpful. Most of the time it's retarded. Let's go upstairs. Of course. I think the rest of these are locked. Okay, I'm gonna quick save. When you're opening chests like this, you want to save a lot, because if people spot you stealing out of crap, they will call the guards and will come after you, and you can lose reputation really easily, which your reputation level is right here. You start off, I believe you start off as average 12 every time. I made an evil character once, and I think his reputation was lower starting. I don't remember. Okay, see, like this one right here, prime example. I picked it, or I forced it. I can open it now, but because this person's in the room, they will see me, and the guards will be called. I think it's the same. Oh, I don't think I can open this one, actually. I think if you're a thief and you have a high enough pick, like if you're lucky enough to get a good roll on your pick lock, I think you can actually get that. Yeah, there's nothing here. Oh, this is funny.
With you, beggar.
A simple. Wait, what is it? I've gotten the room numbers mixed up. Dreadfully sorry. I think this one says something.
Me. I might catch something.
Wow. Wrong room, I fear. Okay. Let's do this. A trick to this, as soon as you open the chest, you can actually hit spacebar and pause the game. And when you open the chest and you've been caught, the open sound has kind of an echo to it. You'll hear it here. So I'm gonna try. Ooh, see? There's an echo. There's really nothing much in here. Someone has noticed you. You hear the guards being summoned. Okay. Now these guards, I think you can piss them off and you won't actually lose reputation in the prologue. Oh, well, I take that back. Okay. If you like attack them or attempt to kill them, I think you lose. But doing the stealing thing, well, we'll see here.
I should have joined.
Run away. Ah, crap. This is blasphemy. This is madness. Up yours, you uppity bald virgin. Okay, see, autopause, enemy sighted, because he turned into an enemy because I pissed him off. In the prologue, these guys are tough, so you don't want to attack them. You want to run for your flippin' life and hope you don't get hit. Oh, crap. I'm gonna die. Run away. Oh, crap. Yay! You get to see the death animation in the frickin' prologue. So this is the death animation. This is the emblem of Baal or Baal, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, I'm gonna load my quick save. Okay, let's try that again. Bum 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 bum.
I should have joined the army.
Up yours! Run! Run! Don't get hit! Alright, there we go. It's better. They won't follow you downstairs. Okay. Alright. Let's go out here. Actually, we'll stay in here. Alright, so that's kind of the basics. I'm going to stop things for now. We'll go ahead and... Oh, I forgot. Escape doesn't work. Go ahead and save here. We'll stop for now. That's the basics of the game. We'll do some more later. Sorry I couldn't get Diablo uploaded like I was planning. I'll have to work on that. I'll have to find something else besides Fraps to do this. So, but next time, I'm going to continue to upload Civilization 5 and Minecraft. But next time on Baldur's Gate, we'll explore more of Candlekeep, the first area. Maybe we'll get it done in one video if I'm quick enough. I've done it so many times. Huh. I didn't know those were on here. Okay, anyway. See you guys then.